Lisa Vanderpump didn't just join reality TV, she redefined it. From walking into Beverly Hills with diamond-studded confidence, a British accent, and a mansion full of swans, to casually dropping one-liners that could end friendships on the spot.
I think, let me tell you from my point of view, okay? Like, we started off on the right foot. Yes. Okay? And I'm happy about that. Me too. But my other foot will kick you in the ass if you come off my go-kart. I'm passionate about dogs, just not crazy about bitches.
You're skinny.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Where does one even find something like that?
Where does one find something like that?
I'm not telling you
I know
any
you're
of my
not.
secrets.
You know.
Lisa wasn't just a cast member on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She was the tone of it.
Throw me to the wolves and I shall return leading the pack.
Can't do it, I can't do it,
Why?
I can't do it, I can't do it.
How old are you, 75?
I think the only thing that might be 75 round here might be Rinna's IQ.
We mean, this is a woman who built an empire of luxury restaurants, turned SUR into a reality TV factory, and somehow managed to stay smiling while the entire Beverly Hills cast slowly turned against her. One season, she's everyone's favorite queen, throwing lavish parties, sipping rosé in Villa Rosa, and defending her friends like a loyal queen bee. And the next, she's at the center of accusations, betrayals, leaked stories, and a feud so intense that even her closest allies started questioning if she was pulling the strings all along.
Why would I say that you could come and live in my house with your daughter?
Because it's to make you look like a saint.
Well, you know, you don't have to worry about it anymore because the offer's rescinded.
Lisa,
Don't
do
worry
you
about
really
it,
think
don't
I
worry.
would come to
Well, why are you
someone's
here
house?
then? Why are you here?
Adrienne Maloof stopped speaking to her.
Went to a Christmas party and he sold a story to the tabloids saying I came into her house and screamed that all the food was gone.
I find that difficult to believe.
Do you value your employee more than your friend?
I value both of them.
Yolanda Hadid felt betrayed.
It would break my heart for Bella and Anwar to hear that you put any doubt out there that they're not.
Yolanda is really upset with Lisa Vanderpump right now. But it's extremely awkward.
I'm saying I never knew they were ill.
All I know is that they're talking about my children, and if they had any questions, they should have come to me. Why talk about it behind my back?
Lisa Rinna called her a puppeteer.
Please, I would not say there goes our storyline.
It goes back to that. You did, and I'm going to say,
so
you know...
we're on camera, we've got mics on, and I go, there goes our storyline.
Yeah.
She called me right after and said that you said that.
Well, weren't you there?
No, she wasn't. You knew this story was going to get told.
But not a storyline. Yolanda was putting it out there
God
publicly
damn it, you
anyway.
talk around and round, and it just makes me so f***ing crazy. I gotta walk away for a second.
Erica Jane accused her of playing games.
What is life like on Beverly Hills without Lisa Vanderpump?
It's different. You know, for sure, we have two great new housewives, Garcelle and Sutton.
Mm-hmm.
So the energy is definitely different. It's almost like a rebirth in a way. The dust has settled, and friendships are being reborn and rethought out. And you also have two new personalities.
And Kyle Richards, the one person who stood by her for years, finally walked away after one scandal that changed everything.
Listen, you guys have obviously had a problem with each other for a long time now.
She's insulting me.
Okay, but it's not about you right now. We're
Well, it
talking
is
about
about
this
me because she insulted me.
And this clearly is another case of that.
I've done nothing wrong.
I'm sorry. If I did something wrong, that doesn't mean you wouldn't love me. I'm telling you, what do you want me to say?
I am not going to say, yes, I did something if I didn't do it. I'm a woman with integrity that stands up for...
And yet, through all of it, Lisa stayed composed, calm, smiling, almost untouchable. But here's the real question. Was Lisa Vanderpump the smartest woman in Beverly Hills reality TV? Or the best actress it has ever produced? Because behind the pink aesthetic, the luxury lifestyle, and the perfectly curated image, there's a story of alliances, manipulation, accusations, and one of the most dramatic downfalls in Bravo history. So buckle in tight, because in today's video, we are going to cover everything about Bravo's untouchable queen, from her rise to fame, right down to her messy departure from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
The crown is heavy, darlings, so just leave it where it belongs.
However, before the diamonds, before the swans, before Villa Rosa and the pink-tinted empire, there was just Lisa Jane Vanderpump. Born on September 15, 1960, in London, England, Lisa didn't come from Beverly Hills luxury. Long before she became one of the most recognizable faces in reality television, she was simply working and hustling. A lot of people assume Lisa Vanderpump was just another rich housewife who married into money and landed on TV because of her lifestyle. But Lisa had been chasing fame and building a life for decades before Bravo ever called. She actually started acting as a child and was enrolled in drama school from a young age. She was only 13 years old when she landed one of her first notable roles in the 1973 film A Touch of Class. From there, she continued picking up small roles in television and film throughout her teenage years and early adulthood. She appeared in projects like Killer's Moon and had various Blink and You All Miss It appearances across British television. And if you were around in the early 80s music video era, you may have even seen Lisa in the music videos by ABC. She even appeared on Baywatch nights. She also did commercial work, lots of it. She did commercials for brands including Maltesers, Lilt, Britvic 55, and Hamlet Cigars. Lisa has said she was making her own money young and supporting herself. This wasn't someone waiting around to be taken care of. She was ambitious, image-conscious, and clearly understood early on how appearance, charm, and branding could open doors.
I should stay in this bed and just look out at
That view all day.
And honestly, that same understanding would later make her one of the most calculated and successful women in reality TV. But the biggest turning point in Lisa's life wasn't a movie role. It was meeting Ken Todd. Lisa met Ken when she was just 21 years old. The story almost sounds like something out of a movie. She met him at one of his bars in London. Ken was already established, wealthy, and successful in the restaurant and nightclub business. He was charismatic, older, and confident, and much older. Ken is around 16 years older than Lisa, but apparently the age gap didn't matter because things moved fast. Like, really fast. Ken proposed after just 6 weeks of dating, and 3 months later, they were married. That whirlwind romance became the foundation of what would eventually become one of Bravo's most iconic marriages. And while critics love to reduce Lisa's story to "she married rich," the truth is more layered. Yes, Ken already had money, but Lisa didn't just become his wife, she became his partner. Together, they built and expanded an empire of bars, restaurants, and clubs in London and later in Los Angeles. Lisa didn't simply step into wealth, she helped grow it, and her eye for luxury, aesthetics, and branding would become a huge part of their success. Their relationship also came with immediate responsibility. When Lisa married Ken, she became a stepmother to his son Warren, who was only 6 years younger than her. Together, Lisa and Ken later had 2 children of their own, their daughter, Pandora Vanderpump, and their adopted son, Max Todd. Pandora became very involved in the family business and appeared often on Vanderpump Rules and Housewives. Max had a more private and emotional storyline, including Lisa helping him search for information about his biological family.
I often felt threatened when he was younger. If he says to me, I want to find my birth parents...
How would you feel about that?
I've had the good parts, haven't I? Nobody can take him from me now, right? But now he's 24 years old, I don't. I think it might be emotional for all of us, but I'm there to support him. Was it difficult to find the file, as it was so many years ago?
No, we keep our files. People need access to their legal records and don't often maintain them.
Actually, were this big?
No, wait, hold on a second. Oh, God, I'm not doing this right.
It's okay,
Yeah.
Now, family has always been central to Lisa's image. She presents herself as glamorous and polished, but also maternal, whether it's with her children, her staff, or even the many animals she treats like family.
The rounds because he's the ambassador of the Vanderpump Dog Foundation. And to date, we've saved over 3,000 dogs just in LA. And many worldwide. And also we have a sanctuary in China. So we're big advocates of ending the dog meat trade. We've been to Congress.
And that maternal yet controlling dynamic would later become a major theme in her reality TV persona. By the time Lisa entered reality television, she wasn't just Ken Todd's wife. She was already a former actress, a businesswoman, a wife, a mother, and a woman who had spent decades learning exactly how to survive in image-driven spaces. And maybe that's why she was so good at Beverly Hills. Because by the time Lisa Vanderpump arrived in Los Angeles, she wasn't just an actress with ambition or a woman who married well. She was already building an empire. After getting married, Lisa and Ken spent years growing their business portfolio in London's nightlife scene. Bars, restaurants, private clubs, the kind of places where wealthy people drank drank too much. Celebrities showed up quietly and connections were made behind velvet ropes. Ken had the experience. Lisa had the vision, and together they became a powerhouse. But London was only the beginning. Eventually, the couple moved to the United States and settled in Los Angeles, which, honestly, was the perfect city for Lisa Vanderpump, because if London gave them wealth, and in LA gave them visibility, Los Angeles was where nightlife met celebrity culture, and Lisa knew exactly how to sell luxury. She understood aesthetics before branding became a buzzword. She knew how to create spaces people wanted to be seen in.
Hi, I'm Lisa Vanderpump, and welcome to the Vanderpump Cocktail Garden.
Dim lighting, sexy interiors, flowers everywhere, chandeliers, pink accents, beautiful staff, expensive cocktails. Everything looked curated, everything looked glamorous, and that became Lisa's signature. Unlike some celebrity business owners who just slap their name on a product and disappear, Lisa was known for being deeply involved. She wasn't just showing up for photo ops, she was managing menus, designing interiors, approving uniforms, hosting events, and making sure every location reflected her image. We mean, the way she talks clearly shows that she has experience in the business.
From the entertainment standpoint, anything that you would say kind of take away from the experience you've got?
We've just opened, I think it's 37th restaurant in
is.
Las Vegas, which is so unique and it's so different. I would say it's arguably the most beautiful restaurant in Vegas. I think whatever you do, really do your homework, know your competition. I think that's one of the biggest things that I always think. Know what you want to deliver and make sure that you're delivering something different than everybody else. So put your unique spin on it. You know, it's very easy to see success and think, I'll follow that. But always bring your own personality to it. Because if you look around a room, every single person is different.
Over the years, she and Ken reportedly owned, opened, or invested in more than 30 bars, clubs, and restaurants. That number alone is insane. But a few became iconic. The most famous? Sur Restaurant and Lounge. Sur, by the way, stands for Sexy, Unique Restaurant. But Sur wasn't just a restaurant, it became a cultural landmark. This glamorous West Hollywood hotspot became the setting for Vanderpump Rules and introduced the world to the messy, chaotic lives of Lisa's staff. Without SUR, there is no Vanderpump Rules. Then there was Pump Restaurant, one of Lisa's most aesthetic restaurants, known for its romantic garden vibe and over-the-top decor. It eventually closed, but for years, it was one of the most photographed spots in West Hollywood. Then came Tom Tom Restaurant and Bar, a trendy cocktail bar launched with Tom Sandoval and Tom Schwartz from Vanderpump Rules. This wasn't just a business move, it was smart branding. Lisa turned Bravo stars into business partners and made viewers emotionally invested in the launch. Another major spot was Villa Blanca. Villa Blanca was elegant, upscale, and often featured on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It eventually closed during the pandemic, but for years it represented Lisa's classier side, although it would be safe to say that many did not care about its closing. That's because when the restaurant closed, Lisa and Ken were in the middle of a sexual harassment lawsuit. In 2012 and 2014, Lisa Vanderpump and her husband, Ken Todd, were involved in a sexual lawsuit regarding Villa Blanca, which ultimately resulted in a $100,000 judgment against them. Former server Karina Bustillos alleged that manager Michael Govia subjected her to harassment, inappropriate touching, and offensive language, claiming management ignored her complaints. So yeah, there was that. But there were more horrible things happening behind the scenes at Lisa's restaurants, which we will shortly get into. However, sticking to the topic of Lisa's luxurious night spots for now, Lisa then took Vegas, because of course she did. She opened glamorous Vegas ventures like Vanderpump Cocktail Garden inside Caesar's Palace. Then came Vanderpump of Paris inside Paris Las Vegas. Over-the-top luxury, dark romance aesthetic, massive social media appeal. And now, she's taking it even further. Her newest project is the Vanderpump Hotel, planned for 2026.
On a hotel on one of the most famous boulevards in the world.
A whole hotel. At this point, Lisa isn't just opening restaurants, she's building experiences. But her empire didn't stop at hospitality. Lisa expanded her brand into lifestyle products. She launched Vanderpump Rosé, Vanderpump Sangria, a home decor and tabletop collection. And because Lisa knows how to monetize every part of her image, all of it matched her brand perfectly. Then there's her softer side. Lisa is a huge animal lover and turned that into advocacy. She co-founded the Vanderpump Dog Foundation, a rescue organization focused on dog adoption and ending abuse, including campaigning against the dog meat trade. And guess what? She even managed to monetize this by producing a TV show about the journeys of these dogs, complete with a pink doghouse aesthetic. This became another major part of her public image. Glamorous businesswoman, but also a compassionate activist. And when Lisa finally joined the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in 2010, viewers were obsessed.
I love Lisa Vanderpump.
Because she brought something reality TV audiences love, wealth corn.
Hello, I'm Lisa Vanderpump and welcome to my closet. As you might have seen on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I've recently moved house and I really had a chance with this closet to design it myself. I love pink. Most of my closet is kind of dictated by pink. I would wear, but what a great piece of art. They were a gift.
These
Look
are
at
gorgeous.
those.
She brought fantasy, and in Beverly Hills, fantasy sells. In Lisa's own words, but let's be honest, as successful as Lisa and Ken's businesses were, it wasn't the restaurants or bars that made Lisa Vanderpump a household name. It wasn't Sir, Villa Blanca, or even the glamorous Vegas ventures that put her in the spotlight. It was Lisa herself. The businesses made her rich, but reality television made her iconic.
I think I can manipulate the shit out of her. She should come to Hong Kong.
We mean, she was on the show for more than 10 years, from season 1 in 2010 to season 9 in 2019, which is when she tragically departed from the show after a very dramatic takedown and gang up.
Vanderpump dogs, baby. Hi, do you recognize this dog? Does this dog look familiar to you?
Suddenly everybody's attacking me. What have I done? I had nothing to do with any of this. I tried to protect Dory.
Yeah, we will talk about all of this in a short while. Regardless, the moment Lisa appeared on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in season 1, she stood out instantly.
In Beverly Hills, it's who you know, and I know everyone.
She wasn't just another rich Beverly Hills housewife. She felt like the main character. She had the sharp British humor, the glamorous pink aesthetic, and an energy that screamed confidence and control. She wasn't just participating in the show, she was setting the tone for it. Lisa's image was unlike anyone else's. She lived in pure fantasy. Her massive mansion, Villa Rosa, looked like something out of a fairy tale. Pet swans wandered around the property, miniature horses roamed the gardens, and her dogs were treated like royalty.
Let me try and do it again. Okay, I have Pink Dog, Pikachu, Chicky, Lollipop, Daddy-O, Rumpy, Pumpy, Diamonds, Rosé. I have Hanky, Panky, 6 other swans, 7 turtles, and a pot-bellied pig. But sometimes I call him my husband. I mean, is that eccentric? Yes, it is. Am I apologizing for it? No, I'm not.
There were roses in every room, chandeliers hanging from the ceilings, and designer clothes filling endless closets. On a franchise built around wealth and luxury, Lisa somehow still looked richer, classier, and more polished than almost everyone else. But her lifestyle alone wasn't what made people obsessed with her. It was her personality. Lisa gave viewers some of the funniest confessionals and most iconic one-liners in Bravo history.
Turn around, you look good.
No, I'm not doing anything you asked me to do.
You look great. Just take the compliment. You look good. Say thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We mean, she just had this ability to insult someone so elegantly that they almost wouldn't realize they'd been read until later.
I can't find my husband. I'm gonna go track him down. Have you seen him anywhere in passing?
Yeah, I saw him. He was in the corner with his head up from his skirt.
I don't think so. I'm scared. Sorry.
Well, I hope I didn't offend her, really. Ish.
Yeah, I get to
Put
see
it back. Put it back.
No, I need to see it. I can't. Let me see it. Why not?
I can't do it. I can't do it. I
Why?
can't do it. I can't do it.
How old are you? 75?
I think the only thing that might be 75 round here might be Rinna's IQ.
We mean, she was a sassy queen, and one of her most unforgettable moments was when she looked Stassi Schroeder dead in the eye and calmly said, "You're not important enough to hate. Sit down." It was so brutal, yet so perfectly delivered, that it instantly became iconic. We mean, just look at this.
Well, I was just coming to apologize, so.
Oh, you can stay there. We've got more to talk about.
What more is you hate me, Lisa? You hate me.
You know what? You're not important enough to hate. Sit down.
Like we said, brutal. That was Lisa's magic. She could destroy someone in an argument without ever raising her voice. While the other women screamed, cried, and threw accusations around, Lisa would sit there with a glass of rosé, throw in one shady comment, and somehow walk away looking like the smartest person in the room.
I will get to the bottom of this. But the most important
You might
thing
get
to
what
me-
you want by straddling your husband, but straddling me is not an option right now. Can you get the off me?
And sometimes, you know, friends react and they do stupid things.
I feel that she's nervous. I don't mean to make her nervous. That much.
So yeah, she was witty, strategic, and always quick on her feet. Her humor made her charming, but it also made her dangerous. This is why Lisa quickly became a fan favorite. She gave viewers everything they wanted, and like every queen, Lisa had her alliances. For years, one of her strongest friendships on Housewives was with Kyle Richards.
I had lunch at her house. The lunch was very awkward. She had a dress on that was like with 2 boobs out to here.
No. Was it good?
She had a tiara on too.
Exactly.
We mean their relationship was complicated and constantly changing, but they were iconic. One minute, they were inseparable best friends, and the next, they were fighting over loyalty, betrayal, or rumors. But despite all the ups and downs, Kyle remained one of Lisa's closest allies for years, and they always managed to make up after a fight, until they didn't. Then there was Brandi Glanville. Lisa seemed to take Brandi under her wing when the other women isolated her. She defended her, supported her, and made her feel included. In return, Brandi was fiercely loyal to Lisa and often fought her battles, at least in the beginning. Later, Lisa became close with Dorrit Kemsley, another friendship that would eventually play a major role in her downfall. Lisa had a way of making people feel chosen. She knew how to build alliances, stay at the center of the drama, and keep herself in a position of power.
I choose my friends, okay? You are a chosen one.
Simply put, over the course of her time on the show, almost every other wife slowly turned against her. Some of the most common accusations against Lisa were that she was always stirring the pot and using other people as her pawns. She was repeatedly accused of selling secrets and stories to tabloids, which she always denied, by the way.
It's fine for him to make comments about your friend.
No, it's not
trash,
fine. That's
and
why
sell stories.
You've never sold a story.
No, never.
Never.
I don't
To
have to,
Radar
Adrian.
Online?
No.
You've never sold a story.
Never sold a story.
Yes, it would be safe to say that no one believed her, especially her castmates. The wives believed that Lisa never got her hands dirty, and while there might be some truth to that, she was undeniably smart and knew exactly how to get her way. Her takedown, though, we have to admit, it's absolutely hilarious.
So you have a disagreement? That's the kind of stuff you pull?
Well, clearly that's not my friend. It's so funny because I hear all the time. I would never do something like that.
Not like
I would never.
that.
No, but
And
I'm saying
that's
all the
so
things I
big.
hear.
The children-
I really hope that what Brandy's saying is not true. But despite what Lisa has said, she has not always been supportive of me.
There's all these nasty rumors about Maurizio.
I think Lisa's not done punishing me.
That's the reason I made up with you that day. That's why I hugged you in the bathroom, because I could never imagine me being in the position that you were in that day. With the magazine coming out, your baby's involved.
But before we talk about her ultimate downfall in season 9, let's take a look at some of the most iconic fights she had on the show. One of Lisa's earliest major feuds was with Adriana Maloof. In the early seasons, Adriana and her husband, Paul Nassif, were actually close friends with Lisa and Ken. The couple socialized together often, and at first their friendship seemed genuine. But tensions slowly started building because Adriana felt Lisa was condescending and constantly making passive-aggressive jokes at her expense. Lisa's humor, which fans loved, often rubbed the women the wrong way. The friendship completely fell apart in season 3 during one of the darkest scandals on the show. During an argument, Brandi Glanville revealed that Adriana had used a surrogate for her twins, a deeply personal secret that Adriana had not publicly shared with her children yet. Adriana was furious and blamed Lisa for setting Brandi up to reveal it on camera. Lisa denied having anything to do with it, but the damage was done. Adriana and Paul stopped speaking to Lisa and Ken, skipped events, and even avoided the reunion. This feud was important because it was the first time viewers started hearing the narrative that Lisa manipulates other people into doing her dirty work while keeping her own hands clean. Then came Yolanda Hadid, and this feud was even messier because it involved illness. In season 6, Yolanda was publicly battling Lyme disease and sharing her health struggles on the show. During this time, Lisa Rinna, arguably one of the most evil wives on the show, claimed that Lisa Vanderpump had brought up the word Munchausen off camera, a term used when someone fakes or exaggerates illness for attention. Rinna later said Lisa encouraged her to bring the accusation on camera. Lisa denied it completely.
Let's go right to the Munchausen conversation. Faye, who's my dear hairdresser friend who's here today.
A different Faye?
Not Faye Resnick, a different Faye. We are having a conversation. She happens to have a friend who has Munchausen, and she thought maybe, Yolanda, that could be something.
How do you fake medical records? Blood tests?
Well, we didn't go that deep.
You know me a little bit as a person.
I do, but this was not malicious. You have to know this. This was just a conversation.
But to repeat this in front of the whole
I'm going to say
world.
exactly why, Yolanda. I'm going to be really, really honest. We were at my birthday party, and I never wanted to bring any of this up. I really didn't. But I will tell you, going into this, I was not going to talk about it. I was not going to go there. We were at my birthday, and you came, which was fantastic. I was thrilled to see you. You came with no makeup. You left. Ken had said you looked terrible, and Harry said, you know what? That's not okay. This woman is sick, and we need to stand by her.
Ken didn't say you looked terrible to her face. He was observing that you didn't look good.
Can I finish, please? I'm going to finish this. Yeah. This is going to be said. Harry said, you know what? We need to support this woman whether she's sick or not. And that's that. And you went, there goes our storyline.
No, I did not say that.
You
well, the cameras were there all night.
You said, there goes our storyline.
Il Cielo, we were sitting there at your birthday.
You said, there goes our storyline.
Are you kidding me?
I'm sorry. I said it, Yolanda.
Oh, my God.
So yeah, there was that. Yolanda actually cried and walked out after this, while Lisa Rinna kept accusing LVP.
Her phone records.
Wow.
You've called me. Are you kidding me? I'm sorry.
Come on,
You told me
Lisa.
you never call. I'm so sorry. Yes, you do.
Oh, my
10
God.
phone calls. 10 phone calls.
So what?
Yeah.
We called each other like
I'm
4 or 5.
sorry. You said that I have never called you. Yeah, I looked through.
My
I'm sorry.
God,
Are you
Lisa.
kidding me? And you encouraged me to say this because
no,
you
wait.
said.
Why? I would say, when you brought it up, I said to you, I don't think we should be talking about this. Oh,
you
Lisa,
encouraged me to do it, and guess what? I did it.
Okay. Oh, so you did it for me?
I did it. I did it.
Come on.
I did it.
Come on.
I did it. And I'm sorry. I did it.
Yolanda felt betrayed because Lisa acted supportive to her face while allegedly discussing her behind her back. Suddenly, it wasn't just Yolanda versus Lisa. It became Yolanda versus Lisa, Rinna versus Lisa, and the master manipulator accusations got even louder. This feud damaged Lisa's image as a loyal friend because Yolanda felt bringing illness into the drama crossed a line. She even said that her friendship with Lisa was superficial.
So the lady said that, Lisa Vanderpump dislikes you. Do you think that Lisa Vanderpump has a problem with you because of her relationship with Mohammed?
Yeah, I don't think she dislikes me. I think that we just never had an intimate friendship like girlfriends should have. And I think the reason is because her friendship and loyalty was with Mohammed. So our friendship has always been very superficial.
Now, Lisa's feud with Lisa Rinna became one of the most consistent wars on the show. It's no news that the two Lisas didn't like each other very much. What started with the Munchausen drama only got worse over time. Rinna openly accused Lisa Vanderpump of manipulating cast members and controlling storylines. She famously said Lisa collects people as chess pieces, which became one of the most memorable descriptions of Lisa's alleged behavior.
Oh, I didn't watch the whole thing.
Oh. You really had a go at Lisa Vanderpump, though, on your Instagram stories.
I actually didn't see it, but I heard Kyle told me she
No,
said
it
some
was,
really
it was
nasty
all
things.
over. Now,
But
Lisa,
you
it
said
was jibs and jabs. We had just come out on the show, and you had jabbed me so hard.
Well, I heard it was really nasty.
I don't know if it was nasty.
Well, I mean aggressive, not nasty.
Who told you it was
aggressive.
nasty? You have to have a sense of humor about this stuff.
I didn't see it, sweetie.
Well, then who
I didn't
cares?
see it.
What are we talking about?
I've got a great sense of humor. So
I think you would laugh at it because.
Okay, well, why don't you try me?
I don't think so.
If it hurts you, then it's mean-spirited.
Their feud escalated even more during Season 9's infamous Puppygate scandal. Rinna was one of the loudest voices accusing Lisa of leaking stories to Radar Online about Dorrit and the dog situation.
Why would anyone want this story out? Would Teddy want this story out? No. Would Dorit want this story out? Hell no. Would Kyle want this story out? No. No producer is going to leak the storyline of the season. I'm sorry.
I can't imagine talking to the tabloids. They've done wonderful stories about me over the years. So,
God.
I mean, I don't know who else could have leaked it either. No one,
But if you break
none
it
of us
down,
girls.
Who would want this story out there? Other than that one.
She also mocked Lisa's victim narrative and even questioned her grief during an incredibly painful period of her life. By this point, Rinna had become one of the main women openly trying to take Lisa down. But she was not the only one. Brandy, who used to be Lisa's friend once upon a time, was also the loudest voice against Lisa in Season 9, accusing her of sneaking magazines on a vacation trip and turning Kyle against Lisa.
Back in the day, Lisa was the hottie patati. I bring back memories for her, because it's now me, clearly.
We will get into the whole magazine drama once we get to the Puppygate part. For now, just remember that Brandy wanted Lisa out really badly. Then there was Erica Jane, who brought a completely different kind of energy. Their issues started in Season 7 when Lisa made jokes about Erica not wearing underwear and about her body. Erica felt humiliated and believed Lisa was intentionally trying to embarrass her for laughs.
Erica, sorry, but Kyle needs some underwear.
I don't have any.
Oh!
That's right. Don't put your hands up my skirt unless you want to see what's up there.
Unless you want to get bit.
See, don't push me, Miss Vanderpump. I'll take you there.
Oh my God.
I told you
Why
that.
don't you have any knickers on?
Because it doesn't look good under my dress.
I have on a Mugler dress. Why would I break up a beautiful design with an underwear line, with a panty line?
And believe it or not, but Erica's underwear was a topic of discussion on the show for a long, long time.
Somebody had, oh my gosh. Yes. Listen, I understand you're her friend, and I hear you defending her.
I'm trying to minimize you and take
No, you're trying to minimize my feelings.
No, I'm not.
It's no big deal. I think Erica's making such a huge deal of it. If she just let it go, laughed it off.
Erica saw Lisa as sneaky, fake, and calculated. Later during Puppygate, Erica sided with the rest of the cast and believed Lisa had leaked stories to the press. Now that being said, we think it's finally time to get into the whole Puppygate saga, because this is where everything really started to fall apart for Lisa Vanderpump. And to be honest, this situation is actually pretty messy. There were multiple people involved, all going against Lisa, and each of them seemed to have their own reasons for doing so. Some felt personally betrayed, some believed Lisa was manipulating the story behind the scenes, and others were simply already tired of what they saw as her pattern of stirring the pot and keeping her hands clean. So yes, it gets confusing, but we're going to try our best to break it down in the most straightforward way possible. Because whether you think Lisa was completely innocent or believe this was the moment the alleged mastermind finally got exposed, Puppygate ended up becoming one of the biggest scandals in the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills history. But before we get into the drama itself, it's important to understand where Lisa was emotionally at the time, because season 9 was not filmed during a normal chapter of her life. 2018 was absolutely devastating for Lisa. Her brother, Mark Vanderpump, tragically died by suicide. Lisa has openly spoken about how deeply his death affected her and how difficult it was to cope with the loss.
Imagine losing him just after you lost your brother.
You know, when you're only two siblings and you've never known anybody else, and then suddenly they're gone. It's been 3 months since the passing of my brother. It's still so fresh. You know, so many people, you see it lately, have taken their lives. There's a lot of people that say life is selfish. I've never felt that, but I know my brother well enough to know that my brother didn't mean to do this. It was a cry for help that went horribly wrong.
And as if that heartbreak wasn't enough, shortly after, Lisa also lost her mother. So while filming season 9, Lisa wasn't the sharp, witty, emotionally untouchable queen viewers were used to seeing. She was grieving and visibly fragile. A lot of fans believe the cast sensed that vulnerability and piled on when she was at her weakest, which is a huge reason public sympathy started shifting back in Lisa's favor. At the same time, Lisa's star was bigger than ever. By then, Vanderpump Rules had made her more than just a housewife. She wasn't just another cast member anymore, she was a Bravo empire. On Vanderpump Rules, Lisa became the boss, the mentor, the producer, and the glamorous narrator of chaotic 20-something drama.
No interest in anything you have to say right now. Why don't you hand me your resignation?
The show launched major Bravo stars like Stassi Schroeder, Jax Taylor, Shiana Shea, Tom Sandoval, Tom Schwartz, and eventually Ariana Maddox. Honestly, Vanderpump Rules cemented Lisa as a Bravo legend. But ironically, while one show made her untouchable, the other was about to destroy her. The biggest scandal began with a dog, specifically a dog adopted from Lisa's rescue organization, the Vanderpump Dog Foundation. Dorrit Kemsley had adopted a dog from Vanderpump Dogs. The dog, Lucy Apple Juicy, was allegedly too much for Dorrit's family to handle, so Dorrit says she rehomed the dog to another family. But somehow, the dog ended up in a shelter. And because the dog was microchipped, it was traced back to Vanderpump Dogs. This was a huge issue because the adoption contract reportedly required the dog to be returned directly to the foundation, not rehomed privately. Now this is where Kyle Richards and Teddy Mellencamp RHOBH got involved. And honestly, this is where the whole thing became even messier. So basically, Kyle and Teddy were told by one of the staff members at Vanderpump Dogs that Dorrit Kemsley had not properly returned the dog. Now, according to Teddy, one of the Vanderpump Dogs employees, John Blizzard, was texting her about it and basically encouraging her to bring it up on camera. The alleged plan? To accidentally have Teddy expose Dorrit during filming. Teddi later admitted she initially went along with it, but once she realized how messy it was getting, she backed out and confessed everything to Lisa Rinna. And of course, Lisa Rinna being Lisa Rinna, she immediately ran with the idea that Lisa Vanderpump was orchestrating the whole thing behind the scenes. Rinna's theory was that Vanderpump was trying to frame Dorrit and use Teddi as the messenger so Lisa herself wouldn't get blamed. Basically the same accusation Lisa had faced for years. Plant the seed, it's someone else say it, and keep her own hands clean.
But I found out information for over a week. I never mentioned it. And then when we went into Vanderpump Dogs, John pranced your dog out and told me and Kyle.
Hold on a second. I'm not the only person that speaks to John Blizzard.
It was not my fault that this is out there.
This situation could have been resolved between Lisa Vanderpump and Dorit. I should have never known about it.
Hi, how are you?
But I was told by John Blizzard about Dorit's dog ending up in the kill shelter.
Him and I have a relationship. He was telling me whatever, the gossip. But I would never do anything to Dorit.
I'm starting to realize this is a Lisa Vanderpump pattern here. Make your friends look bad, but keep your hands clean.
Ultimately, this all turned into a big scene with all the women siding with Dorrit.
Boys, I can't be responsible for everything they do and say.
Yeah, you can't. Vanderpump Dogs, baby. Hi, do you recognize this dog? Does this dog look familiar to you?
Suddenly everybody's attacking me. What have I done? I had nothing to do with any of this. I tried to protect Dorit.
Oh my God.
If Dorit just handled it properly, there wouldn't be this scenario.
You know full well how that will make me look.
I don't believe for a second you were guilty of giving the dog to anybody but you, what you thought was a great home. I don't believe that. However, it all went wrong. And you should have given the dog back to me, I suppose. I agree.
Dorit, don't get upset. Everyone knows you're a good person. You had no bad intentions. You hear me?
So sorry.
I'm so sorry.
You don't deserve this.
Why is Dorit upset?
You know why.
It's fine.
I would love to say I'm shocked, but I'm not.
Honey, listen to me.
You don't deserve it. No one deserves this.
I love Lisa, but that doesn't mean I'm blind. Well, we're your friends too. Someone dropping a dog off at a shelter would be very upsetting to Lisa. And I think she wanted to punish her a little while trying to look innocent because she wants to protect her relationship with Dorit at the same time.
Then suddenly, the story leaked to the press, and this is where everything exploded. The cast believed Lisa leaked the story to punish Dorrit and publicly embarrass her. The accusation was that Lisa wanted revenge because Dorrit had mishandled the dog. And according to the women, Lisa used her employees and allies to plant the story while pretending to stay innocent. Sound familiar? It was the exact accusation that had followed Lisa for years. Repeatedly, she insisted she did not leak the story. She even took a polygraph test to prove she was telling the truth. Yes, an actual polygraph.
I swear on my children's life.
But she's been friends with these women, some of them for over 10 years. So it's been awful that your closest friends are accusing you of something that you know you didn't do.
Well, I'm neutral, but I've been testing over 30 years. If she's lying, I'm going to catch it in a second. If she's telling the truth, she's going to pass.
Good. Let's do it.
Okay.
And somehow, even that didn't convince anyone. The women were over it. At this point, the trust was gone. Nobody believed Lisa anymore. Not Erica, not Rinna, not Teddi, not Dorrit, and eventually, not even Kyle. Now, the situation with Kyle was complicated. And by complicated, we mean this whole season felt like everyone woke up one morning and collectively decided, you know what? Let's blame Lisa Vanderpump for literally everything. And honestly, this was not the first time Brandi turned Kyle against Lisa. It also happened in season 4. During the vacation episode, Brandi Glanville seemed upset that Lisa was getting closer to Kyle Richards again. Or maybe because Lisa manipulates everyone. Or maybe because Lisa stopped calling her every 5 minutes. Or maybe because Lisa mothers her too much. Honestly, even Brandi herself didn't seem fully sure.
Brandi's frustrated and very hurt. And I have my own things with Lisa. Because she feels that there's a divide in the group. You kind of like flipped and stopped calling her, and you threw a birthday party for Mauricio.
Well, it's nothing to do with Brandi. It's ridiculous to say I've got closer to Kyle. Yeah, we decided to have a party together. Whoop-de-doo.
It kind of had to do with everybody, because we all thought that you said that he was a user and that he was friends with people.
We had words that sorted it out.
And then there was Yolanda Hadid. Usually, Yolanda was the calm, rational one. But here she was acting like Brandy's emotional support investigator. So the three of them go on vacation, because of course, every Housewives assassination attempt begins on vacation. First comes the beach confrontation. Brandy and Yolanda corner Lisa in front of everyone and accuse her of not being honest with Kyle and trying to pick fights. Brandy's strongest evidence? Apparently, Lisa doesn't call her enough. Groundbreaking. Lisa gets upset, walks away, and sits alone, because honestly, what even do you say to that?
Oh, I have, Brandy. Brandy.
When was the last time we spoke?
Brandy, when was the last time you called me? I didn't even think it was an issue. You know what? I'm really upset.
Lisa, walking away is not going to solve anything.
I don't want to stay.
You see, that's the thing. We're just trying to have a conversation, and she keeps walking away, you know?
But when the vague accusations aren't landing, Brandy does what Brandy does best, suddenly remembers a secret. She pulls out the tabloid story. According to Brandy, before a trip to Palm Springs, she had magazines claiming Kyle's husband, Mauricio, was cheating. Brandy says Lisa told her to bring them on the trip, and even tried to sneak them into her bag. Yes, this entire fight was over magazines. And somehow, everyone instantly believed Brandy.
Kyle needs to know the truth. We were leaving for Palm Springs from my house. Yolanda was there, Lisa was there. I had the tabloids at my house that were not good. She put it in my luggage because you need to bring this. And I said, I'm not bringing that. And she put it back in my luggage. And when we went to leave, I put it back in the house. And I'm just, I wouldn't do that to you. I'm not that person. I'm not, like, we all know it exists. We didn't need to, like, have it for what? You know what I mean?
And guess what? Kyle confronts Lisa. Mauricio believes Brandy too. And suddenly Lisa is being treated like she orchestrated a national scandal because she may, or may not, have suggested someone bring a copy of Us Weekly on vacation. Lisa denied the whole thing, but by this point nobody cared what she had to say. And honestly, Kyle made the whole thing worse. Instead of picking a side, she kept playing Switzerland because Kyle has this desperate need for everyone to like her. She kept saying she just wants the truth, while somehow only questioning Lisa and never really holding Brandy accountable.
And that you said to put them in the suitcase.
I didn't see the tabloids until I got back.
No, it's not true.
I don't read them. I didn't see them until Ken showed them to me.
I had them.
I saw
and
them.
You said you should. We all saw them.
I didn't put them in your suitcase.
Oh, come on, this isn't it.
Meanwhile, Ken was in the background defending Lisa like an angry British bodyguard, yelling at everyone and somehow making the whole thing even more chaotic.
Stay out.
And my husband, because she told me the story, Ken.
Well, let Brandy talk then.
Well, Brandy did talk.
Kim's in the middle. Let Brandy answer.
Brandy's answered clearly.
Kim's in the middle. Let her answer.
Ken,
You just
Brandy
don't
has
like
answered
it
clearly.
that somebody may be able to explain the
She
goddamn
did. She
story
answered
right,
clearly.
Ken.
Get out of the way.
Oh, stop. I'm tired of your goddamn mouth. You're a big, stubborn old man. Shut up.
Stop.
Had
Please,
enough
stop,
of you.
Stop.
Sometimes when she doesn't tell the truth, you have to sit back and let people approach her. Like when you were in Wisconsin and didn't come to Kimberly's graduation.
It was Missouri, actually.
Wherever.
Why weren't you at my daughter's wedding when you were invited?
I was moving.
Oh, you were moving.
So, yeah, you get the idea. And despite all the accusations that Lisa was this evil mastermind pulling everyone's strings, her explanations actually made the most sense. Was Lisa manipulative sometimes? Maybe. Was she strategic? Absolutely. But in this particular fight, it honestly looked like Brandy was doing the manipulating. And the saddest part? This was one of the first real cracks in Lisa and Kyle's friendship, because from here on out, the trust was never really the same. And that's when the most iconic moment of the entire scandal happened. In season 9, during Puppygate, Kyle Richards went to Villa Rosa to confront Lisa. Kyle accused Lisa of lying. Lisa denied it. Kyle pushed harder. Lisa got emotional. Ken got involved. And then the moment that would go down in Housewives history.
Please go.
Ken.
Please go.
No.
You join the gang.
I'm here because I didn't want it to feel like that.
joined the
I sat
gang.
there. I did not. There's no f***ing gang, Ken.
Of course there's a gang.
No, there
There's all
isn't.
4 of them.
Listen,
Ganging up on her.
I'm telling you, I came
No,
here because
no,
I care.
no.
I do f***ing care.
No, you really did.
I don't want you to get that upset. I don't want you to get that upset.
I don't like people
I'm not
like
joining
that.
it.
It's done. We're done.
Okay.
I'm not. Oh, we're done.
12 years of friendship, done.
Am I not allowed to be honest right now?
Yeah, you should be honest.
Honest.
So what's wrong with that?
let me tell you.
I'm just telling you how it looked.
No. And you know what? If you
that
said
doesn't
to
mean
me,
I don't
if you
love you,
said to
and
me,
I will stand by you.
I don't care whether you
okay,
love
but
me
what
or
am
not.
I
You love
supposed to
somebody
say?
that's got good character, who's got integrity. That's who
Well,
you
I
love.
don't know why you would do
don't love
something like that, but it felt like you did. That's what it
Okay.
looks like.
Okay,
I
whatever.
didn't come here to fight. I
Okay.
came here to tell you this is the overall
No, you
consensus.
came
I
here
care
to tell
about you,
me
and I have a hard time
you
defending
came
you.
here to tell me I am a liar.
I
and
came here
don't
to tell you that I
appreciate
have a hard time
Okay.
defending you when
Okay.
all these people think
And
the
you know
exact
what?
same
Please
thing.
don't. And you know what? If you turned around and you said to me, I'm telling you on Farrah's life, on Portia's life, that is not the truth, and I know nothing about that story, you know what, sweetie? I believe you. We're done.
Lisa's gone so far with this. She's in so deep with what she said. There's no turning back.
Goodbye, Kyle. And honestly, that line became bigger than the scandal itself. But underneath the meme-worthy moment, that friendship was over. Kyle was Lisa's longest-running ally, her real friend. And once Kyle turned on her, Lisa was isolated. After that fight, Lisa basically stopped filming with the cast. She refused to engage. She skipped the reunion. And in 2019, after 9 seasons as one of the faces of Beverly Hills, Lisa Vanderpump quit.
When I heard that Lisa was not coming to the reunion, I thought that it would be a great opportunity for her to address her issues with the other women and them with her. And I don't think that they're that deep. And I think the further you step away from it and just look on social media and listen to other people chirping, it becomes worse and worse.
This was her fall from grace. For years, Lisa had been the queen of Beverly Hills, the witty one, the smartest one, the glamorous one, the untouchable one. But Puppygate shattered that image. To some fans, she was the victim of a cast takedown while grieving an unimaginable loss. To others, this was karma, the moment the alleged mastermind finally got caught in her own game. And whether Lisa leaked the story or not, Puppygate marked the end of an era, but Lisa Vanderpump didn't exactly fall off financially. Let's be real, the woman is still rich, booked, and opening hotels in Vegas. But culturally, that's a different story. After leaving the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Lisa slowly started losing some of the fan support she once had. A lot of viewers became tired of what they saw as producer manipulation, the idea that Lisa was always controlling the narrative, moving pieces behind the scenes, and stirring drama without ever getting her own hands dirty. And as reality TV changed, so did the audience. Even on Vanderpump Rules, fans started turning on her. People began criticizing Lisa for showing favoritism toward the men on the show, especially guys like Tom Sandoval and James Kennedy, while often being much harder on the women. A lot of viewers accused her of internalized misogyny and having this outdated boys will be boys attitude, where men were constantly forgiven while women were held to a much harsher standard. Her image shifted from iconic boss to calculated executive. And if there's one place where public opinion changes overnight, it's Reddit. Reddit especially turned on Lisa, with more and more viewers calling out her behavior and reanalyzing old seasons. But then, Scandoval happened. In 2023, the internet exploded when it was revealed that Tom Sandoval had cheated on Ariana Madix with her friend Raquel Leviss. And just like that, Vanderpump Rules became huge again. The scandal revived the show, dominated headlines, and pulled Lisa right back into the spotlight. Suddenly everyone was talking about Vanderpump Rules again, and Lisa was back in the conversation. But even then, controversy followed her. A lot of people criticized Lisa for defending Sandoval too much and being too soft on him compared to Ariana and Raquel.
I wasn't on Tom's side at all, but I was on the side of empathy, and when the whole world was against him. I've talked about this many times, sitting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner and they bring it up, sitting in Adele's concert they bring it up. The punishment didn't befit the crime. And I mean, of course, I don't condone what he did in any shape or form, but I think when the whole world's against you, sometimes it's a very dangerous thing for, as I saw with my brother, and you feel there's no way out.
He has a girlfriend now, right?
Yes.
Do you think he's gonna cheat on her?
Yes. I don't know. Maybe this is the one.
No.
Maybe this is the one.
So while Scandoval revived her relevance, it also revived criticism. Now, Lisa seems to be pivoting. Instead of relying on Housewives drama, she's expanding her empire in new directions. She has Vanderpump Villa, Vanderpump Dog Foundation, her Vegas restaurants, and now a hotel launch on the way. She's also still occasionally commenting on Housewives drama from the sidelines, which keeps her name in the conversation without fully stepping back into the chaos.
Lisa, by the way, speaking of, I want to ask you, a little bit more Beverly Hills. Lori S. said, since we're living in the age of forgiveness after living through a pandemic, if you were stuck in an elevator with Kyle, would you start a conversation with her?
I'd look for the escape panel first, and then I might ask her to give me a leg up and stand on her shoulders. Maybe, yeah, but no. What is there to say? I think the only thing that can be said is got to start with an apology. If somebody calls you a liar, it's not okay with me.
And what was your reaction to Kathy Hilton joining the show?
I love Kathy. I think that's a very positive, aspect to it. I mean, people ask me all the time, am I going back? It's been such a long time, and I've just got a lot going on, I've been writing a book and everything, but I do love Kathy. I do have a lot. Now, if you could just get rid of the other 5, then I think, yeah, there's a possibility.
As for returning to RHOBH, Lisa has said she likely won't return. And honestly, she probably doesn't need to. Whether people love her or hate her, Lisa Vanderpump has already done what most reality stars never can.